Is this gonna be bad like the other trailers I've seen? Well, let's just watch.
My fellow citizens, my fellow. We will prevail.
It looks like it's a campaign for once.
We're ready, Mr. President.
My fellow citizens, today represents a dark day in our history. With this monstrous, unprovoked attack, no country is safe from their reach. For all those serving on our behalf, our prayers go with you. For the Pax Armada mercenaries who are watching now, I have a message. It's over. Let's get to work.
So mercenaries invaded, I guess.
Move decisive. Dagger on my 6.
Send it.
So it looked like a Modern Warfare 2 or Modern Warfare 3, whatever part it was, where you have like in the chopper and they have like the construction area, you're getting, you're in chopper gun or getting chased by choppers or whatnot. It reminds me of that. I mean, it looks like that a Battlefield 4 reference earlier. You know, the water and everything. He's gonna be the bad guy. You have the evil white man, and then you have the guy that they keep using, exploiting because he's black for brownie points. You know, exploiting black people for money. Not surprising. You know, when people did not, people actually treated them actually with respect, like with Sergeant Johnson Halo. You know, that was good. But you know, of course, it's one thing. You know, like they're just using his face over and over again just because you know they can exploit him for money. They kind of admitted this stuff anyway. So you know, if you ever think I'm racist or whatnot, they're the ones exploiting a black man. Some of my favorite characters are black men like Sergeant Johnson and others. I even, you know, would say that Sergeant Johnson would be, you know, freaking, what's his name? Either Woods or he would tie with Frank Woods, but he would beat Captain Price or whatever. But yeah, so, but calling out the exploitation of black people, calling the crap out, is not racist. I mean, if that's racist, you're gonna. If it's bad that I do, then okay, I guess you support it then. You know, because if I know people watched my other video, mentioning some of this stuff, you know, people were furious at me. So, yeah, you know, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna be for or against exploitation of black people for money? I'm against exploitation because it's wrong to exploit someone of another race. Same thing if they exploited a white person or other person for money. And they're just using his face and that's it. His color for money. They're exploiting him. So if you choose your side, if you're gonna say it's bad that I'm calling it out, then, you know, you should, at least say if you are for or against it. If you call me out, then, you know, you're for it. Unless you, for some reason, think that I'm somehow racist, but you're also against it. I don't know. Now let's continue. No, that's freaking Modern Warfare 3. That freaking the freaking chasing train thing in the campaign. And I mean and I don't mean the freaking new Modern Warfares. I mean the old ones, the classics. That's freaking okay. Yeah, this is clearly ripping off many of the COD games, but okay. I mean, not the. Wasn't there another Battlefield game? No, I think that was Titanfall 2 that ripped off one of the scenes where you get grabbed in the chopper, kind of like, you know, or whatever it is, like COD 4 in the first, or in the SSD mission, or whatever mission it is, crew expendable mission, you know, where you jump and then you're falling, but Captain Price grabs you, or you're slipping, but you know, and then of course, you know, Titanfall 2 did that, but I mean, then again, Call of Duty steals from Halo. Everyone steals from each other. Just be original, though. That's the thing. These people are freaking. And then the unprovoked attack. Is he gonna be like Shepard, General Shepard, where like Russia or someone, I guess mercenaries or Russia invades, and then he actually had to part in that World War III or that invasion, letting it happen, whatever it was, like in the cutscene of Wolverines, whatever it was when they first invade. Um, because this definitely seems like it's ripping off of Modern Warfare 2 and 3, like trying to have that aesthetic and scenes, but okay. Okay. 40 hours, okay, I'll probably watch this then. Yeah, so that game though, like, on the one hand, the aesthetics seem pretty cool. I'll admit. However, if it wasn't exploiting other people's races, then I'd be like, okay, and I'll definitely, I could possibly, maybe the story would be stupid, but just if you just turn the voice, the in other games, maybe COD games, and this one, if you could just turn down the freaking voice acting, you can turn on the voice acting, ignore the story, and just focus on the gameplay and the invasion. It actually would seem like like for those who loved Modern Warfare 2 or 3, with the World War III aesthetic and whatnot, it'd be cool. So okay, I'm not completely hating on it. And then again, though, if they're exploiting another race, so I'm not. Does not sit good with me. It doesn't sit well, you know. Like if they're just exploiting his race so from my now, if I turn my brain off, I guess. But yeah, so that was the. I'm not a fan, kind of. Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm not gonna be a fan of like if they weren't exploiting the black guy just for money, like showing his face over and over again because money, then I'd be like, hey, I could just ignore the story. Like most games, it probably just sucks, so I could just ignore it, focus on the invasion, see how cool it is to be invaded, and to fight, to survive and whatnot. But no, they're exploiting a black guy, so I'm gonna have low expectations. But yeah,